my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. This is Aretha Abimbola. Welcome to the show, my darling.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me back again.
Absolutely. Guys, do not forget to like, to subscribe this channel, to like, to subscribe to our beautiful, gorgeous Aretha on Instagram, on TikTok, and she is amazing on YouTube. Please, guys, follow her. We are here today to talk about Erika Kirk. Aretha, you need to take the floor, sunshine.
Oh my God.
I am tremendously blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you a very, very dear friend and his wife. They are incredible. And I see no one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight, because he understands the fight that we're up against, and he can articulate that in a way that transcends race, that transcends demographic backgrounds. He's an amazing man.
I have been screaming at the notifications and just watch him. Okay, so Ms. Erika Kirk. So first things first, I have to say, after watching the whole Erika Kirk and JD Vance embrace, I had to go back and say, who is this JD Vance? Let me just circle back and see who this man is. And so I did. Apparently, he's had 3 name changes, which I just thought...
What?
3 name changes. They said that. So his name has changed 3 times. And I thought, what does that mean? And I looked into it a little bit more. And it turns out he first had his father's name, and then his mother remarried. So then she gave him her partner's name. And then finally, I think when the mother divorced, he took on board. He then decided he was going with his mother's maiden name. So his name has changed 3 times.
Ah, yes. I saw that his mother's maiden name was Vance. But I didn't think, was he trying to be a celeb or something earlier on in his life?
So apparently there's a movie that's been modeled on a book he wrote. Okay. So a little bit of background into who this man is.
Please.
In 2016, JD Vance was a never Trumper. And I will bring it all back as to why this is relevant. He was an anti-Trumper. Absolutely not. There are interviews all over the internet where this man said, absolutely not. I am not for Trump. Even if he says some things I agree with, in principle, I do not like this man. Fast forward to him becoming Trump's running mate.
You have to send this to me.
I will. I'll send you that video. So I said, who is this man? So he wrote a book called Hillbilly, I can't remember what it's called, Hillbilly something. And he's basically talking about, now the boy's done good for himself, okay? So he's come from very humble beginnings, a very poor white background. And he refers to himself in this book as being a hillbilly, essentially. A hillbilly who makes it to Yale. Now, this is a big deal because he's made it to Yale off of merit. He hasn't made it off of like,
that's good.
Exactly.
He's no handouts.
Exactly.
No handouts.
He's come from a poor background, so he's clearly had to graft for his position in Yale.
Okay.
So why is that important? Apparently, Donald Trump Jr. saw him on a debate. He said something that piqued his interest, and then said, this is the person we want. Okay, so they brought him, cleansed him of all his anti-Trump, and said, you're going to be Trump's running mate. Now, let me bring that all back to the Erika embrace. Now, the reason I found it interesting when everyone was talking about, she's embracing, and I did find it very intimate. You're absolutely right. I watched that video you did. And it was intimate, the way hands through the hair and then his hands on her waist. There's a level of familiarity that you think, okay, it's a bit over familiar. I would, someone did that to my husband. That's a bit of a, well, how do you know this one? Questions would start going.
Yeah.
Then he also goes on to, in that same interview, do I hope that my wife will eventually leave
Yes.
from being a Hindu to
Hindu. Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah.
Now that's interesting because you married this woman. There's even a picture of them at their wedding where he's wearing the Hindu getup. So it's like you knew who this woman was, but you took her. Now, here's my take on it. I think he has changed position. They have decided he's going to be Trump's running mate. They've looked at a number of things. He's young. I think this guy's 39, okay? And he's intelligent, but also malleable enough that
Yes.
he will do as he's told. This is
Yes.
my impression. I'm not
Yes.
saying, I think that's why they put him instead of Mike Pence as Trump's running mate for the second term. So you've got to remember, this is a boy who's been on the outside. He's a hillbilly, he's poor, he's come from humble beginnings, and now you've been given a first-class seat to the inside inner ring. You're gonna, just in my opinion, you're gonna be grateful for a seat at the table, and you're
Yes.
going to maybe do
Yes.
what's been asked
Yes.
of you.
Yes.
Why is all that important now? I personally think there's another guy, and I think I sent you the video, who is saying Donald Trump there's lots of things, there's marks on the arms, he's not doing so well, we don't think he's got very much longer left, so there needs to be a suitable replacement.
Yes.
And does a suitable replacement of a Conservative Party with a white face and a brown wife, does that fit the family?
No.
What do you think? I think now I've framed that, I just want to hear what your perspectives are.
I'll tell you a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why a vice president will be running around at college universities, taking the place of Charlie Kirk and hugging his wife. When he's got duties as a vice president, you've got to be super busy. I don't understand this. I don't understand the airtime that you are giving the Kirks. I don't. As a vice president, of course, we empathize, we sympathize, we do a lot behind the scenes. But coming out here, JD Vance, vice president of the United States, and you are taking the place of Charlie Kirk, where it has now become your assigned job position from Turning Point's company, that you will now be the face of where you be talking to university students. Do you not have enough to do on your plate? That is one. Because I'm in a mixed relationship. My husband, if he wanted to stay alive and come home to a warm bed, he would know better than for him to make a public service announcement like that, talking about, I am a Christian, my wife is Hindu, and Fumi is Nigerian, and she's Yoruba. I would love very much for her to try to, come over to our side and do this and that. It's one thing to say it after I've given birth to 3 children. It's another thing for you to say it in a public space. Whether you even talked about it with your wife, the audience does not know. You threw your wife under the bus, and then you went and allowed yourself to be embraced by a woman who I just noticed was wearing leather pants.
Oh, yes, I saw those leather pants, very racy. I hate to sound like but you're right. I'm like, the eyes. I think even the image you did on those eyes, they were striking. They gave her black. I was thinking, this is sex siren eyeshadow. This is not. I was thinking, she came to slay. She didn't come here to play.
No, I looked at the whole shebang and I said to myself, Usha, Usharama, Mommy, they got your man and she's taking him on stage. If you know what's good for you and your 3 children, you would step up because I really thought about it. Because I came out and I did a soft launch of an episode of Erika because you were not here. I miss you so much. You're my sidekick in this. And so I was just really trying to delve deep. And I said to myself, and I still stand by it, that she's mourning, that she's lost her husband. And now I believe it because she had talked about how she and her husband write love letters and that they get their thing on. You're funny. I get it because she's the horniest right now. Everything is flying out. And
Right.
she's ready to meet. She's ready to meet with whomever. I
Right.
did not notice the leather tight, skin tight pants when she now, because we are both married women. We're
Yes.
both married women. And I have a lot of guy friends, nature of my job, because
Mhm.
I work with them and stuff like that. In no space, no time would I rake my fingers into his fine hairs in the back.
Interwoven.
I don't do that with Adrian, and he's my son. No, it's true. It's very inappropriate. Why would you do that to your son? What's wrong with you? Yes. Because
The leather.
I really tried for Erika. I said, because I have seen people mourn, and
Mm,
people have mourned very, very differently. And in this very delicate, sensitive nature of the kind of job that we do, where we are constantly front and center, we have to be smiling, we have to be fabulous, we have to be this. I'm out here every single day, lipstick, high heels, and a tight bra. I gotta do it. It's part of the job requirement. Do you see what I'm saying?
of course.
I could understand. I could understand all of that. But never in all of my experiences, plus all of the stories and all the Fumi Nation widowers and widows and orphans, not one of them have embraced another man. They don't even want to be touched, let alone touch somebody else.
Exactly.
You here today at Ole Miss, where I get to introduce you to one of the most amazing men, just amazing, and his wife. Now, no one can replace my husband. No one can replace my husband, but JD Vance comes close. He is such an amazing speaker that his message transcends demographics. Yeah, I'm so grateful for his close friendship in light of the assassination of my husband just a month and a half ago. And I am so grateful that I have been able to continue on with a smile on my face in the shadow of my husband's assassination, all through the love of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but also through your generous donations to Turning Point USA. Please listen to our amazing Vice President as he speaks the words of what would have been the words of my late husband. God bless America.
This is a unique stance, and I have questions.
Thank you.
I have questions.
Here's how I feel, and I love that you're I love that you always have a balanced view, but you know me, I'm just gonna say what I think, and I'm sure someone's gonna say, Erika, you're jumping and here and maybe, and this is pure speculation. But I can't help but wonder, why would you even start the sense of no one can ever replace Charlie, but
Yes.
I see similarity. It's not been 2 months. What's today's date? The 5th of November. September, what is it? 10th or 11th?
10th of September.
10th of September. We're not yet the 10th. It's not been 2 months. What are you even talking about? Nobody can replace Charlie, but I see some similarities. To me, it's giving soft launch. What are you soft launching exactly? Are you trying to test the waters, see how we respond to it? Because there's an element of it that felt a bit gaslighty.
Hi, Erika.
How are you?
Okay. Yes, he's on his way. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So yeah, I couldn't help but feel like we're being gaslit, because to say nobody can ever replace my Charlie, it's almost like, well, was anybody insinuating that he's a replacement? Like, what are you suggesting, by saying nobody could replace, but I see similarities? That but is a big, big statement.
President JD Vance will need a white wife. She's going to be the first lady. Let me help you out right here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the way that I look at it, Usha ain't gonna make it.
No, her face doesn't fit. It's looking more and more real because even Trump, bless his cotton socks, he's telling on himself. He's telling us every day that they're doing different dementia tests on him. And he's saying, yeah, the tests were really quite tough. And we're thinking, all you're letting us know is they are testing your mental capacity. But he's telling us they're tough, but I passed it. What you're not realizing is that you're telling us that they don't trust your mental capacity, and this is why they keep testing it. So we already
almost
know.
80.
Yes,
He's almost 80, and that comes with 1 or 2 checkups at the GP. He's almost 80, and they remember this schedule that he's living right now is grueling.
yes,
It's a grueling schedule, flying all over the place. That's a lot for him to take in.
Case in point, Trump ain't gonna be here for too much longer. Is the way I'm seeing it.
That's just facts.
Yes, and they need a face that fits, a couple that fits, and unfortunately, as a conservative, Usha, and it doesn't matter what I'll go bringing it back to our sisters Candice and Kemi Badenoch. It doesn't matter how much they try to throw the black away, they still see it, and your face won't fit. Okay, your face won't fit. That was an intentional event where they thought, let's soft launch this, see how it goes over. And let's face it, it caused a storm because it's got everyone talking on multiple accounts. For one, the man's wife was there, like you said, the level of disrespect to his poor wife who sat there. What must she be thinking? So on 2 fronts, and he said everybody wants neighbors who looks like them and speaks their language. Her parents apparently, I think, don't speak English. But you knew this when you married her because you would have had to possibly ask for her parents' hand. So if they put the right amount, the right package together and say, you're going to be president, but you need to get rid of, I don't think that man would take but 2 seconds to say, Usha, whatever. Mama, you got to go. You need to go. He's going to say, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to love you from a distance. But please, this white, blonde hair, blue eye, this is more fitting for
Snow White.
Right, exactly. I think you could do that in a heartbeat. And so I don't know.
Well, like I said, I think it was disrespectful. I think it was inappropriate. I think it was disrespectful even to the audience to put them through that. I think that it was insensitive. I think it was reckless. I think she has no business being at any university talking about Turning Point. Everybody and anybody from their camp can do that. I think you should focus on your children. It's not been 2 months. Nobody is ready or prepared. And it's not as if to say, we even knew Charlie Kirk like that. You are the wife. You are the wife. And it is impossible for so many people, millions. It's gone viral. You think that all of us are wrong? All of us saw it. Exactly. How can so many people just think this is inappropriate? Maybe because it is inappropriate. Maybe because, this right here is not exactly fabulous. It is highly inappropriate. It's disrespectful to the wife. Yes. It's disrespectful that he went along with it. Then wait for it. Her long breathing pauses. Oh, gonna meet somebody and nobody can replace my husband. But this man and his wife, like millimeters, and his wife, no Usher, no Usha, just Usha, just throw her to the side. And I mean, it was Marilyn Monroe right there. I was like, it was Marilyn Monroe, because I'm a little older, so I remember. I said, this is Marilyn Monroe right here.
Happy birthday.
Breathtaking, tight leather pants, and the fingers reaching through with all the rings on the fingers. This is a circus.
Exactly. It's a show. It's a show. We are literally watching a reality.
It is an absolute show.
Yes, exactly. You are a wife in mourning. There are different people in Turning Point that could have done that. The only, and this is why I keep going back to this soft launch, and I'm going back to that video clip, where the guy said, if you know you only have 4 to 5 months, because the only reason that video makes sense is if you know that time is of the essence, and we need to make the public comfortable with this image before we put them together, you know, before he's...
Aretha,
Yeah.
Aretha, they could have done it in a very civilized way. They could
How?
have seen him and her walking by the beach with her hands behind her back, with his hands behind his back. And they're walking and he's talking with her and he's went to go and see the children. Her children are playing with his children. There are so many ways she could have been at the White House. He could have been there comforting her. There are so many ways. That was a very, 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 very rough way of handling our emotions.
It's very distasteful. I agree.
It was
Agree.
extremely distasteful. If not a soft launch, a soft launch is when you're going all of everybody is going for dinner, and then he pulls her chair and says, "You sit down," and then he does his wife, "You sit down." Class is soft. This is a rough sexapade with no condoms. That was what they were giving me. Because
Agree.
I told you, I'm for Erika. I really sincerely was until this came out. And I thought it wasn't, darling, if you saw a woman handle your husband like that, would you not have some questions?
I think I'd be taking a gasp. I think I'd just be thinking, what am I watching? What is going on? Before I then, of course, have to have some questions. But Auntie Fumi, you said something, you know, like you're absolutely right. It was very crass. It's crude. It's
Crass.
they just chucked that in our face. But here's the thing. The reason I can't help but wonder is because there was a narrative around it. And this is what I mean, it would be interesting to see. In order to get rid of, what's the wife's name again? Usha.
Usha, yes.
In order to get rid of Usha, they're going to first need to vilify her.
Yes.
And I feel like him saying, because or else, you know, the world wants everyone to be a good guy. So you can't say you're a good guy if you left your wife. But if you can spin the narrative of, well, I told her to become a Christian and she's hell-bent on this Hindu and I'm not for it, then, you know, America could say, oh, he's putting his country first and he still looks like a hero.
Yes.
I don't know that them walking softly side by side, him visiting the children would allow for that narrative. But in a speaking event, you could maybe then, you know, I just can't help but think this happened. And then you throw your wife under the bus like that. It's not a coincidence to me. You're
I agree with you. I
Okay.
accept. What I'm saying is that then they had to be very ambitious to think that we would fall for it and we would not see between the cracks. In the event that this does turn out to be, look at my eyelashes bending because I am so shocked and traumatized by this. Just the mere thought of it, my eyelash. I'm telling you, because I seldom wear eyelashes, but I have to go somewhere today.
I have to say today, you look for, I've been meaning to find a gap. You look sensational every day, but I was Auntie Fumi.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. For Fumi Nation, for you to know, I'm testing out my beauty line.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm testing out my beauty line. You're going to live for it. So I'm just testing lips. You're going to live and love. I'm just testing. I'm sampling for manufacturers. So they sent this to me and I just thought, let me try it out.
I love it. You look sensational, but yes.
Yes, my darling. Yes. So I think, like I said, with my production manufacturer eyelash, like bending, I was just saying to myself, guys, I understand that all of this is manufactured now. No pun intended. Everything is manufactured. Everything. And I now know for a, not for a fact, but 99.9 that this Tyler guy did not do this to Charlie.
Yeah.
Boombaya.
Exactly. When is that trial? We haven't heard about Tyler.
God only knows. We've not even heard anything. Just look at how it's just played out to be nothing.
Exactly.
God bless him. God bless them. Well, Fulmination, my darlings, that is the episode. You let us know down in the comment section what you think. This is the Erika Kirk part 2 because you know I had to do it with Aretha. Aretha, your final comments before we go, my darling.
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys in the comments what your thoughts are on this. Thank you again for having me. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Aretha. You're so welcome. This show is actually me and you. It cannot be any other way. And let's see, really and truly, let's see what Erika Kirk is going to do next, because I'm very, very, very shook about the leather pants. I don't even think it was appropriate to wear to the college.
I can't wait to see. Next is hair up in a ponytail. It's only going to get sexier and racier.
Oh my God. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button. And we will see you what? We'll see you sooner than later. Mwah. All of our love. Bye. Oh my God, I am so excited. I am so excited, my darlings. We have officially launched the FDV website, and we have what? We've got products, we've got merch, we've got t-shirts, we've got tote bags. I am so excited. A lot of you said, Fumi, when are the t-shirts coming? And I want to tell you that I am terribly humbled. I had launched this exclusively at the meet and greet, and for the life of me, I did not know that we would sell out. I had no idea. So I had to put the money back into the business so that I could get some more t-shirts and tote bags for you. And I want to say what a journey this has been. The 2 t-shirts that I have, and I'm wearing one now with the v-neck, and I measured it so that it comes right down. Whether you're big busted, whether you're small busted, it will come right down to the center without opening with the bust. And darlings, I have what is delayed is not denied, because everything started much later in my life. I got married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. I started YouTube at 45. I started my business at 55. And so I want you guys to know that what is delayed is absolutely what is not denied. And so I made these for you in white as well as in black. It is tagless because I react to tags. We have t-shirts where you have no tags, and these go all the way from an extra large to an extra small. Some of you will be wondering, Fumi, what size are you wearing? I am wearing an extra small. We also have it in black for you, so let me show you. What is delayed is not denied. There you go. So whatever your preference, if you like white, if you like black, go right ahead. I love both. It is absolutely fabulous. Everybody, anybody can wear this. And just look at how it goes all the way down. I love it. So it covers your bottom for those of you that are conscious. You can also tuck it in halfway as well. Make it loose, loungy with your jeans. And then you can roll it up. You can style it any which way that you like. I love it because you can also layer it underneath your suits because it's getting colder now, and the quality is absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous. And for my ladies that are double X, you can get the extra large because it is that big. You're going to love them. Super soft. Put them in the wash. They don't shrink. They don't shift. They don't shed. I put a lot of work into this because it was really personal. And I wanted again to send a message that what is delayed is never denied. And that means that you're only prepping yourself for greatness. It will come to you with such greatness. The next t-shirt that I made was eating my salads and minding my business. I loved it. And that's how I got here in essence. I ate my salads. I began to really have a healthier lifestyle. A healthier lifestyle, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. Meaning that what no longer served me, I no longer wanted. I think that I just thought I can just bash myself around. I can abuse myself. I can ill-treat myself. You don't say beautiful things to yourself. But I would say it to everybody else. Oh girl, you're fabulous, gorgeous, this, that. I never said it to myself. And I began to realize that, Fumi, you know what? In the eating your salads is a representation of really taking a healthier stance to all of you, to everything of you. And salads are healthy, but you have the mental, you have the emotional. So I started speaking positively to myself. It was amazing. It really was amazing. I got more confident and I really began to love myself. And in part was when I started to say, Fumi, wear your natural hair. You are beautiful. You say it to others, you don't say it to yourself. And when I started to say it to myself, I began to have more confidence. I also realized that for me, you don't have to be in any negative spaces, negative anywhere, because what? I am healthier, hence the eating my salads. The minding my business was amazing, because the more I minded my business, the more time I had to be productive with my life. Isn't that a trip? Oh my God. That is the real meaning of this. Mind my business. So I really wasn't into the gossip. I really wasn't into unproductive conversation. I sat at a table and every girl, lady, woman, female at that table was a CEO. When I tell you, we talked about production, we talked about fulfillment centers, we talked about where you can get better fabrics from Prague, from Portugal, from Bangladesh, from this, from that. I was rejuvenated. And I realized that for me, when you stay away from stuff that does not serve you and is not productive to you, you truly mind your business. And I became a better mom. I became a better wife. I spent more time with the family. I enjoyed Adrian right across the board. That is a representation, because you are weeding out what no longer serves you mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating my salads and minding my business. They also come in an extra small, and it goes all the way to an extra large, and it's a bigger, loungier size. That's another thing, because I have been different sizes on this channel. Bigger busted, smaller busted. I've been curvy. I've been a limousine girl, and I loved every stage of me. I did. I really did. And that was why I said I'm going to make it a loose fit. Why? Because if you're a curvy girl, it will suit you. If you're a slimmer girl, it will suit you. If you're an athletic girl, it will suit you. It's no longer what you look like. Truly, it's how you feel. And my limousine girls and my curvy girls, do you know, at that stage was one of my happiest times of my life, because it was when I gave birth to Adrian. This body created life when I was told so many times that it couldn't. And that was how I really realized, it became so clear to me that, woman, you're amazing. Men can wear it too, my darling boys. I will come out with a crew neck, but I thought, let me come out with a V-neck so that you can put all of your jewelry. That's another thing. You can put all of your jewelry, you can put all of your necklaces. It's just enough for it to show. It is just enough. When I tell you this took so long, and it's plain in front, and you got the message in the back. You see, when you're walking away, clicking in your heels, that's the message. I lived for it. So those are the t-shirts, my darlings. If they sell out, don't panic. Don't panic. I will order some more, okay? And then we have what? We have our tote bag. We have our tote bag with the thicker straps that you can carry with you, and you can take this to the gym. It's a sports bag. You can take it to the gym. You can take it to the supermarket. You can take it to work. It's got the logos on both ends. And I'm going to show you something also. You have a magnetic clip, so you can clip it in. It will hold in together. also when you pull it apart, you will have the label also in the bag, and then you've got a big purse right here to put all of your keys. But guess what? Multi-purpose, my darling. You can also fold this bag. So I'm going to show you as is. You just turn it in like so on both sides. There you go. You fold it. Guess what? You fold it into the opening pochette. And there you go. There you go. So you can have this as an extra shopping bag. You can have this as an extra bag when you're going anywhere, even on the airport when you're traveling. It's so handy. So handy. It's a canvas bag. It is absolutely washable. It does not change. And we have it in pink. We have it in orange. We have it in sky blue, of which I live and love. Yes, and then we also have it in ice cream because I love ice cream, and I also love yogurt. So baby girl, you are looking absolutely cute. I hope you enjoy these, my darlings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for riding with me. This is just the beginning, because the bras are coming, the slips are coming, the panties are coming, the makeup, the skincare, the Afro hair care kit is coming. It's all coming, my darling. This is a black-owned brand, and I am self-funded. My financier is my wonderful husband. Thank you. Thank you, Ula. Thank you for the unconditional love and support. I could never do any of this without him. You're so generous. And God bless you. And God bless you too, my beautiful Fumi Nation. And I am so excited. The link is below. And I will be sharing how to wear the t-shirts, different styles, different suits for you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Bye-bye. Yay! We have launched. We have launched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I am so excited. I am what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.